Let's go.
Welcome home to 42 Geek Street, your guide to the world of the geek for that little bit of geek in all of us. Hi, I'm Rand, and I've got Mike. How you doing, Mikey?
I am doing goody.
Goody, huh? And this is our last episode of the season, and it's a little sad.
Yeah, it's 13 episodes.
Oh, yes.
Just thinking back to the first one.
And yeah, so thank you all for still watching the show if you're still around.
Yeah, thanks for hanging around, and hopefully we're back next year with season 2.
Ooh. Or was that 4? Because we did both at the same time. Anyway. Now,
Maths.
Now on today's show, we've got to have, we're going to talk to Dags for about Con 70.
Yep.
We're also going to check out K-pop. And we wasn't actually expecting an interview. It kind of popped up, like literally popped up.
It did pop up.
And we'll get a little bit of a clip at the end for me to show you all. But right now, we're going to go, Ron's going to talk to Brad Gunn and figure out what he's doing in his workshop.
Let's do it.
Hi guys, Ron here for Artists Corner for 42 Geek Street, and I'm here with Brad Gunn, and we're here to have a look at his studio and some of the artwork that he does. Brad, thank you for coming on the show.
No problem.
Tell us, how did you get into this?
Well, I'd always sort of read comic books as a kid. My dad used to go to auctions and just pick up bundles and bundles of comic books for me to read. And then I started drawing a lot in my teens, made a sculpture when I was about 18. Turned out to be fairly good at it and really liked it, and then decided just to run with it. So I've just been sculpting ever since.
So this piece has a very interesting story that you were just telling us before.
Yeah, so this piece was part of an exhibition that I did a few years ago, which was sort of loosely based on a rough script that I had for a film.
Cool.
And I sort of storyboarded a lot of the stuff. But this piece is actually, the first piece that I ever made, the first piece I ever sculpted was this character, but she looked a lot different.
Yeah.
But it was the same kind of story. And then she's kind of evolved since then, so now she's all sort of made of wood, where originally she was actually kind of just like a human. So it's sort of been evolving over a long period, maybe 15 years or so. And I still quite enjoy it, and actually I was thinking the other day that maybe I might do it again and re-envision it again.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And this is just one of a number of versions of her, because you've got her over here in various stages based on the seasons.
Yeah, so this one is spring, and then I've got autumn and summer up there.
Cool.
And I've got another version of her in there, which is kind of the older style. She's very, very different.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, and then there's another version out the back as well.
And what is this made from?
A whole range of things. I've got polymer clay as the main sculpture, and then I've used a foam base with some polyurethane over the top. I've used a whole bunch of sort of flocking and things to make the grass, and then I sort of bought the plants and things and just attached it.
Done. Very nice piece.
Thank you.
And what was the character's name?
This character is named after the film, so she's called Jungle Seed.
Okay, cool. So Brad, these are the pieces that actually Beck saw at Comic-Con that she really loved and said, we have to come down and have a chat to you. The Sinister Six, I believe.
Yes. I started sculpting them, I guess, last year with, I started with Dr. Octopus, and he worked out quite well. I'd never really seen a sculpture of him where he was actually standing on his tentacles, so I kind of wanted to tackle that idea. And then I guess I just wanted to do the whole lot because sculpturally they're they're very good character designs, as opposed to just sort of being sort of spandex wearing superheroes.
And they're all sort of very unique in their look as well. So that gives you something really, because they're not all like that Superman build and wearing a cape and just wearing, as you said, a spandex outfit. They're all pretty cool.
Exactly. Yeah, so I run 2-part silicon mold classes.
Yeah. Where
you basically make your own silicon mold, then we cast resin into it. It's a sort of a good beginner's class if you've never done anything like that before, and it will sort of teach you the basics of the mold making process, which can kind of be applied to heaps of different materials. So if you don't know anything about it, it's quite a good class.
And this is sort of more a traditional way than using the new 3D printers, for example.
Exactly. So a lot of people that I do the class for will bring in something that is 3D printed.
Yeah.
And because it's quite an expensive process to do 3D printing, they want to make copies of it. They will bring it in, learn the sort of traditional way, and then go and make duplicates of it, as many as they want.
Oh, that's cool. So how will we find out about these classes?
You can go to my website, which is bradgunn.com.
Yeah.
And I usually post classes up pretty regularly. There's usually about 2 a month.
And I read on the site that you keep the classes small as well?
Yeah, I like to keep it fairly small. It only goes for about 3 hours. You have to work fairly quickly.
Yeah.
So I like to keep it about 4 or 5 people.
Yep, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, thanks very much for letting us come down and look at the studio. You're doing some great work here. If people are interested, I highly recommend you check it out. Because some great sort of works here. And if you needed to commission something, Brad's your man. So thank you very much for coming on the show.
No worries, thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ron, and thanks, Brad, for taking the time to talk to us. Now, coming up after the break, we're going to be talking Con 70 with Dags. So enjoy these messages from the sponsors.
Welcome back to 42 Geek Street. Now, right now, we're going to speak to Dags about Con 70. And Mike, you did this interview?
I did.
And Dags was nice enough to let us into his home to do this. Let's go to the interview and we'll have a chat afterwards.
Let's do that. Hi, it's Mike here, and we're here talking to the organisers of Con 70. G'day, Dags. How you going?
Yeah, g'day. How you going? Good to see you.
Yeah,
Hi, guys.
Cheers. And we're just going to be discussing just basically what you guys are doing with Con 70. So I suppose the first thing we'd like to ask is, how did Con 70 get started?
Well, Con 70 originally started off as another convention called Con 9 from Outer Space, which we ran in 2012. And that particular convention was all about science fiction movies, TV shows and radio programs from the 1950s through to about 1965.
Yep.
And the event was so successful that even when we finished up the event, people were already discussing ideas for the next convention. And that's where Con 70 first got thought up. As it turned out, I actually wasn't interested in doing Con 70 because the 70s isn't my sort of strong point. But over a year later, people kept asking, when's the next Con 9? When's the next Con 9? And it was unrelenting, all these questions. And we sort of got to a point we thought, well, maybe Con 70 is not a bad idea after all. And as a result, we decided to go with it.
Now, although not as big as like your Supernovas or Oz Comic Cons and all that, how much time would be involved in setting this up? I mean, how much time do you have to devote to this as a whole?
Well, the key thing about Con 70 is that it's not a modern-day commercial convention. Events these days, I mean, you've got your pop culture expos, as you mentioned, but you've also got your professional conventions, which are on effectively the same scale as Con 70, but they're very commercialised, and as a result, they primarily just focus on the celebrities who turn up from overseas. Because we're running a traditional event where we have actually discussions and programs and panels and all these other extra events, it actually takes a lot longer. Now, for Con 9, we allowed over a year to put everything together, and with Con 70, we could have actually shortened it to a much shorter time frame. Yep. But because we wanted 3 days to do it, we felt that 6 months was too short, so we've actually allowed ourselves a year and a half, and we've actually realised now that's actually too long. So we're so far ahead of schedule, it's actually almost like a painful wait.
When can we expect it? What's the date that it's happening?
We were looking for a long weekend, and the only long weekend we could pick was the Labor Day long weekend next year, which is March the 7th to the 9th of 2015, yep. Which, as I mentioned, is actually too far ahead for us, but it was the only time we could get that's suitable for us to put the show together. So the actual event itself, it's only $80 for the weekend, and we actually are running a 1970s sci-fi disco. It'll be the only one of its type in the world. So we're actually encouraging people to glam up in their 1970s sci-fi gear with their disco material. We're actually doing the mirror ball, the whole bit, and that's actually an extra $10. So, and that'll be a complete one-off. So I defy anybody to say that they've been to one of those ever. And hopefully, the idea is that when people finish with Con 70, they walk away and they go, you know what, I'll remember this for 10, 20 years later. about this particular event. That's what we really sort of push for. So we're the only ones flying the flag. We're the only ones doing it. So probably in the world, actually. So there you go.
No, awesome. If people want to find out more information, where can they go?
Well, on the web, it's the easiest thing in the world, con70.com. You can't get it more simpler than that. And we, of course, have our own Facebook page and all the rest of it, but you can register and join up online. Most of our information is on the web page. So the program for the 3 days, which includes a 2-strand panel and discussion program. So we're covering all facets of 1970 sci-fi TV and movies. So there's actually a fair bit to cover off, a lot more than what most people realise, because our aim is to educate people about era stuff from the 1970s they might have forgotten about, or they say, well, I didn't even know that even existed. And con70.com, can't get more simpler than that.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
No troubles.
And we'll get back to the studio. Thanks, Ren. Thanks again to Dags for allowing us into his home, and let's just say a great Batman collection as well.
You know what surprise that was? We're going down there to talk Con70, and all of a sudden, is Batman stuff.
There was the Bat Room. There is Batman icy poles or ice creams.
Ice creams, yeah.
Ice creams.
And Batman chocolate cookies?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, it was awesome. And also he had these V posters up, and he had him in order that they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I was actually quite excited. We're doing an interview, but we're also, wow. Now, just to let you know too, Con70 next year, 2015.
Yep.
March 7 to 9.
Stick that into your calendar, folks.
Yeah, do it now. We'll wait till you do it.
Yeah, 2015 isn't far, so just get it in.
All right, now, so put that in there. Now, one thing I'm looking forward to is the sci-fi themed disco.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
better be the Star Wars disco track.
Oh, who knows? I'm feeling it. But right now, I'm filming the commercials. So let's go to that. We'll come back with K-pop.
No, that was Dallas. That was the Dallas theme. Ignore me.
Don't worry about it. We'll just go K-pop. All right, let's go ads first.
Hi guys, welcome back to 42 Geek Street. Now in this next little story we have, it's all about that's right, K-pop. So we're very lucky that Tarquin stumbled across this down at Fed Square and managed to get an interview up on stage. So let's take a look.
So, guys, we've come to something a little bit different. It's a K-pop festival here at Federation Square in Melbourne, and sorry for the noise, but they let us on stage, and damned if we weren't going to take that opportunity. So, guys, introduce yourselves to TV.
Hi, my name is Emily, and I'm one of the MCs.
And I'm Daniel Kim, and I'm the co-host.
Okay, now, other people on the other side of that camera might have no idea what K-pop is, so tell us all about it.
Ooh, I think you would be better.
Okay, so K-pop is basically the pop music of Korea. So it's a Korean pop music. So a lot of people
Well,
would know
presumably South Korea.
South Korea, I should say. Most people would know Psy's Gangnam Style. That's probably the most popular song in a Western context.
Yep.
But there is a range of other K-pop stars who have a lot of very popular music.
Yep.
And we saw about 30,000 people attend a similar event and similar K-Wave last year. And so we're probably expecting similar numbers this year, being the second time we're doing the event. So, yeah.
Okay, so now we're running the event. We've got footage of what appear to be complete amateurs coming up and having a go, having a shot at becoming K-pop stars?
Yeah, well, not so much. It's more about a celebration of people's enthusiasm for K-pop rather than having actual paid professionals.
Yep.
Yeah. We also want to celebrate, it's a K-Wave festival rather than specifically a K-pop. While K-pop does predominate, we'll also have traditional performances such as fan dances and a bit of a fashion show, actually.
Oh, that's it.
So the hanbok, which is a traditional dress of Korea, there'll be a parade of that as well. And we have a lot of food stalls and other activities happening too. So it's not just the K-pop.
Okay, fair enough. How many days does all this run for?
It's 1 day and 8 hours.
So I will admit, we are on pre-record, so anybody seeing this is going to miss it for this year. But next year, 2015, are you going to be coming back here to do this all over again?
We'll definitely have the event, I'm pretty sure, but what do you reckon? You'll come back, MJ?
Oh, I'll be around. Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
You know, but we certainly will hope to have another K-Wave festival generally around this time in September. So hopefully there'll be another one next year.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks for telling us all about it, and thank you for letting us on stage. If you could see what I could see from here, you'd want to be here too.
Great, thanks very much.
Thank you. Okay, yeah.
Actually, that was a pretty cool interview. The fact that he just stumbled across, well, a massive crowd. As you see at the end, he's like got the whole crowd cheering away. And it's an interesting event, and you can obviously see it again next time.
Yep.
But right now, I've in my little middle of the night editing sort of thing, I've put a bit of a clip together.
Yes.
More of just a bit of a tribute to all the people who've been on the show.
Ah, lovely.
So a bit of music from my friend Michael Peng.
Oh.
We're going to play that in the background.
It's going to be a teary moment.
And let's just check it out, and then we'll say our goodbyes after the clip.
Well, that was a very nice little clip there, Ren. Good work. It's amazing how quickly that 13 episodes have gone.
Yeah, definitely.
And the fact that we started filming at the start of the year as well. It's just absolutely flown this year. But it's been great to put this show together, and thank you all for watching it. And we hope you found it entertaining. And we hope you'll be back for season 2 next year as well.
And as you saw in the clip, there's a lot of people that were part of the show. I mean, obviously we're stuffing around. There's a lot of stuffing around that was behind the scenes. That was just way too much for me to look for. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to all the people you saw in the clip, and many more I probably couldn't fit in it. During this time, we have met so many people. They're all friendly, inviting. And before we started this show, I didn't know any of this. I was just playing my games, and I was doing my podcast, but I pretty much didn't really get to meet too many people.
Yeah.
And then I got from the start of this to the end, it's been an explosion of people that we've met, and they've all been really, really awesome. Like, I really feel blessed to be able to meet them all.
Yeah, and look, guys, seriously, if you want to get involved and you've seen something on the show that has kind of gotten your interest, check it out, because there is a great community here in Melbourne for all kinds of things, whether it be cosplay, comics, gaming, movie clubs, all that kind of thing. So get out there, check it out, hit us up on our page, and if there's anything you may be involved in already and you'd like us to come down and film you guys, then please hit us up on the Facebook page as well, and we'll be happy to hear from you.
Yeah, because we've already started filming, basically. By the time this airs, we've already started filming for next season. We've already got Armageddon, PAX, a few things at Artboy already. So we're happy to get as much as we can and get rolling. I want to thank a few people as well. I'd like to thank Channel 31 for having us on and keeping us on. And obviously we're still on because here we are. Hi! But I just want to say that we hope for many years that it continues and that the decision gets turned around from Malcolm Turnbull.
Yeah, 31 needs to be around for a long time. This is a great jumping board for a lot of people to cut their teeth when it comes to...
I mean, we definitely learned a lot. I mean, really, a few months, start of the year, we were just like, huh?
Yeah, well, compared to what we were doing at the start of the show to now, I hope you've seen the difference in how things are done. I mean, especially the first couple episodes, we were kind of like, oh, we've got to fix that up.
And we're like, hi, I'm Ren, welcome.
Classic. Just classic Ren right there.
But so thank guys, and please go to Channel 31 and click the Community for TV link and just put your pledge to say that you want Community TV to be there.
Yeah, let Malcolm know that hands off our Channel 31.
Let the MT know.
That's right, MT.
We want no bull.
No bull.
No bull.
No bull.
No bull. Now I also want to thank Tarquin and Lauren for their interviews and all their time, because it actually is a bit of an effort. I mean, it's not just the 5 minutes you see them on screen. There's a lot of work, and their great attitudes and their enthusiasm. Also want to thank Beck. Actually get to see Beck on the camera. She
just have a small cameo in the intro.
Small cameo in the intro, and also Swordcraft. A couple episodes ago, where we basically just threw stuff at her and got her to do. We got her to show the gear and stuff for Swordcraft, but mostly we just threw stuff at her and that. Sorry, Beck.
It's all part of the fun.
It's all part of the fun, but she's been a great person for us and really helped us out a lot. Like basically on Chaos Day, she actually came along and filmed it all for me. It's awesome work. I also like to thank Ron for being on camera and all the work he does off camera. There's a lot of time he's been spending, emailing back and forth, organising, getting everything put together. It actually is a lot of work. And Mike, I want to thank you for hanging out and being my buddy, my bro, my cool compadre.
Yes, I live for this.
I live for this, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And my speaking ability has improved since first episode.
And we've had some people ask about merchandise, about, hey, because I have pimped this t-shirt around everywhere, every Friday, everywhere. I'm walking around going, 42 Geek Street, let me tell you about it. So people are getting sick of it.
We want to get this merchandise out onto the streets, people. So if you're interested, please hit us up. We're hoping to have some merchandise available for Christmas.
Especially some cups. I want a mug.
Yeah, I think mugs would be good. Mug.
I'd be like,
42 Geek Street mug coming soon.
And just keep in touch. We'll have something around. Now to keep in touch, Magic Finger time. FB. So visit our Facebook page. Keep in contact. We're always doing something.
We're also Twittering.
We're Twittering
around.
We're doing our podcast. You can catch Mike on his podcast, Watcher, and also go to Mickey Toons. Hit that page. He's always putting something on there.
Yeah,
something crafty.
No Man's Band is still happening web-wide as well, so make sure you check out a little bit of feccomics.com for your latest No Man's Band. And you never know what else will pop up.
Yeah, you had to pimp it one more time. Come on.
So check it out.
Check it out. True story.
And we may do a deal. Buy a bug, get a comic.
So we're all doing stuff. So the only way to keep in contact is the Facebook page and have a chat. I'm always happy. I'm always up late and all day or whatever, and I'll talk. Except when I'm at work, of course. And so that pretty much concludes the show. I just want to tell everyone, being summer as this is airing, remember to slip, slop, and slap, but also cosplay, play games, and let that little bit of geek free and explore. Because that's what it's all about, is getting out there and giving it all a go.
Correctamundo.
But now it's time to say goodbye, Mike.
Goodbye,
Well,
and
we're not going to say goodbye. We're going to say something different.
see
you later.
See you later, guys.
We'll see you next time.
Sandwiches.